Obviously, I'm probably one of the longest serving pirates here, so I know why I joined. I'm interested to know really why you guys joined. So, Simo?
So I joined about 5 years ago actually, and random sort of chain of events, seeing a tweet about one of the RDLC meetings, which I replied to. Gary got in touch, knew nothing of the Pirates, didn't know anything about S3 or the Pirates or Gary for that matter, and he invited me along to the first meeting. 5 years ago, wasn't many people there. You were there, Gary, Dean, handful of others, and it literally was a handful of others. And fast forward 5 years to now, 100, 200, 300 plus members, completely different organisation. But the nice thing is a lot of the same people are still there from the first meeting. So the reason I joined was straight away I learned loads of useful contacts information, but also enjoyed the meeting, had a good time, and that's why I joined really. Continually learn.
And you introduced me, didn't you, Ian?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
And for me, to be honest, I kind of thought it was a bit of a recruitment MDs getting a bit drunk and chatting about the industry. But very quickly, when I went to my first meeting, and I realised there was a lot of stuff that I didn't know, and this was a room I needed to be in. And I think it's that. I don't know if you guys had a similar experience, but you find out you're probably the person who knows least in the room, and you don't want that to be the case, so you go away and you work on your game and you learn, and eventually you get to the point where you can start to contribute a little bit.
Well, I got introduced by Ian as well. So I was working with Gary. Gary was on my NED at the time. And so Gary was talking about the RDLC and becoming a pirate. I wasn't sure I was ready to be a pirate as such. And I called Ian, asked him what his thoughts were, and he was just like, just come along, just try it. Come along, see it for yourself. And much like you, went along, quite nervous about it, didn't know anyone else in the room, went along and enjoyed it. I thought everyone was very welcoming, had some fun, learnt loads on the first session, and then I was kind of hooked thereafter. So that's why I joined anyway. What about yourself, John?
Yeah, I mean, it was different for me because obviously I worked with Gary for so long, being at S3 and being at Futures. So we kept in touch since he retired and since I moved on to set ERG up. But we kept in touch, and he gave me a buzz and said, look, we're doing this little thing, meeting for lunch, come down, have a chat. And there was 3 or 4 of us, and it was great. Had a bit of wine, bit of food, and it really evolved from that. I think the one thing that I probably have taken from it now, and I think Wayne, you hit the nail on the head, is you have a misconception, or certainly a view, that everybody knows more than you. And then you come around the table and you sit there and you realise that you're all in the same boat. And in fact, we all share the same, I get gaps in our own knowledge and what it's all about. And suddenly, Wayne, you're great for this. Wayne will just say, look, I don't get it. And he'll say it exactly how it is, which is brilliant because I was probably thinking exactly the same. And so you're scribbling notes down and like, I didn't get that either. So there's a lot of that. So I think it brings you down a little bit to, we're all in the same boat, and we all share, and coming obviously from that to, sharing pain and war stories and what did you do there and what did I do there? I mean, that's probably what I gained at the start, the most important thing. And I think the fact that, being just Birmingham at the time, very much on an island, on my own, just my pillow to talk to at night, that shared stories and people and peers to discuss things with was invaluable for me, really.